Hey howdy hey, how is everybody doing, and welcome back to Disney Daily. Today's video is very exciting because we are focusing specifically on the iconic Buzz Lightyear, the toy we have grown to love and cherish over the years. Disney just released a new and short documentary that you can view on Disney Plus called Beyond Infinity: Buzz and the Journey to Lightyear, which deep dives into the creation of Buzz. In this particular video, I am going to focus on the development of the toy Buzz and how we even got such an unforgettable character like him. The documentary opens with the date flashing across the top left, February 1995, and we see young Tim Allen recording Buzz Lightyear's first lines in Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command, come in Star Command. Star Command, come in. Do you read me? Why don't they answer? When I tell you that I got chills seeing this behind the scenes, I got chills. The screen then cuts to a group of individuals who work for Pixar, and they seem to be all working on a project together, which seems to be Toy Story. The next voice we hear belongs to the director of the new movie Lightyear, Angus MacLane, and he begins to explain the process of coming up with various toys for the movie, including Buzz Lightyear. He then goes on to say, all these years later, here we are grappling with the question, who is Buzz Lightyear, the man that this particular toy was based on? It is then that we are taken for a walk down memory lane as various creators dive deep into who Buzz was throughout the popular franchise, and more specifically, how they came up with Buzz Lightyear and how he became such a huge phenomenon. Now let me go ahead and set the scene for you all. Before Pixar was releasing the hugely successful Toy Story franchise movies, they were making short films and had very little money to their name. The birth of the idea for Toy Story actually came from the short film called Tin Toy, which was released in 1988. The short showed a day in the life of a toy named Tinny as he is being chased and tortured by a reckless baby. And what made it so unique was the fact that it was all shown from the perspective of a toy. Disney around this time became very intrigued by the work being created at Pixar, so discussions began to take place between Disney and Pixar. And the once dream of making a full-length feature film became a reality, which although exciting was also a very daunting task at the time, mostly because the widely successful movies produced by Disney at the time were musicals. But Pixar did not want to take that road. Instead, they wanted to be more creative with their storytelling and really step outside the box. So initially, the thought was to continue with Tin Toy, but this time with a Christmas special twist. In this storyline, Monsters, Inc. director Pete Docter recalled that Tinny would meet this older ventriloquist doll. Their meeting would quickly become a conflict between the two, the new toy Tinny and the old doll, who were both trying to establish a place in Andy's room. Now, is this starting to sound familiar? However, they felt that Tinny wasn't exactly what they were looking for in terms of a really cool, high-tech, fun toy that a kid would be dying to get. And so they went back to the drawing board, and the idea for Buzz Lightyear was born, and Tinny was sadly put on the shelf. What was extremely fascinating was the reveal of Buzz's evolution in terms of appearance. Initially, he was going to be what was described as a, quote, golden age space hero from the 30s. The documentary shows the various looks that Buzz originally had, which honestly were extremely fitting in their own way. Some designs were a bit more of an exaggerated cartoon look, and some seemed a bit more realistic, very close to a human being. One of the animators revealed part of the thought process that went into creating Buzz. He said he made a lot of things that looked like, quote, giant water heaters with fins on them. The screen then cuts to a big storage room called the Pixar Archives, where they keep all sorts of things such as scripts and concept art. Here, Lauren Gaylord, one of the data specialists at Pixar, begins to reveal even more early versions of what Buzz was going to look like. She points out a couple of different versions, but there's one in particular that stands out. She calls it Big Hair Buzz, which, as you can see, is pretty self-explanatory. We then learn that Buzz Lightyear was not always going to be called Buzz Lightyear. Rather, his name was initially Lunar Larry, which I actually kind of fancy. Lunar Larry even had an early design with a big LL across the chest, which heavily reminded me of Superman. Some other names considered for Buzz was T-Core, Tolar, Micros, and Tempest. And Tempest was actually used in a test run for one of the animated sequences from the movie. Now, after this reveal of various names Buzz was almost given, we are introduced to Bob Pauly, the character designer of Toy Story, who reflects on his journey creating Buzz. He said that when he joined the project, John Lasseter had expressed to him that he wanted Buzz to be a more contemporary new toy, something more along the lines of a NASA astronaut. He also said they went into toy stores and studied the toys they found there. It was interesting to learn that Polly was the mastermind behind Buzz Lightyear's wings and how they would operate. After all these tweaks were made to Buzz's wings and suit, the animators felt that he needed to have a popular and signature saying, which ultimately became "To Infinity and Beyond." So after the Pixar team felt that they had truly captured what and who they wanted Buzz to be, they casted Tim Allen as the voice actor. The director of Toy Story 3 recalled that once Allen was cast, so much of Buzz's personality just clicked into place. He also stated that it was Allen's idea to play Buzz as an average street cop instead of the flashy superhero guy. I gotta say, it was such a treat watching the behind the scenes of Tim Allen bringing to life this iconic character that is recognized worldwide. Although Woody is my favorite character, it was fun to see Buzz brought to life. Now, something that was extremely crazy to hear was those that worked on the project knew this was going to be something special, but they all agreed that they had no idea that Toy Story would become a huge phenomenon. Doctor recalled how shocking it was to see Buzz Lightyear go up and be featured in the International Space Station. He said it was incredible to create a character who wants to be in space and then literally was featured in space. Now, halfway through the documentary, we are back with Lightyear's director, Angus MacLean, and he reveals that one of the most pressing questions that he has had about Buzz was, what was the show or the movie that Buzz Lightyear came from? And from that question, we got the idea for the new Lightyear movie. Now, I'm going to end this video about the evolution of Buzz the toy right here, but if you'd like me to do another video focusing on the development of the real Buzz, let me know down in the comments. And before I let you all go, make sure to check our live watch parties that I host here every week on the channel. It is a fun activity we do where we pick a classic Disney film and watch it all together. It is a fun way to connect with others in the Disney community and enjoy a film you may have never seen before. As always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily, and I'll catch you all in the next one.